live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 178. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator. He's the all-around great guy, my son Matt.
That's me. Good morning.
Welcome. We are so glad. Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is to start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do, please be sure to hit the like button, the thumbs up, and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8 o'clock, and you can also catch us wherever you go for your favorite podcasts. Coming up today, would you describe yourself as having a healthy lifestyle? You might be surprised at what some people are saying. We're going to start a brand new feature, brand new game here called Would You Rather? We'll do that today. It is day 2 for our Stumpah, so we'll see if anyone thought of the answer over the weekend. And yet more pizza toppings are being introduced. And after listening to these, I think you just have to say, why? Why are we doing this? We have that and much more coming up. But first, good morning and welcome to Monday. We hope it's going to be a nice spring day around here today in southern New England. So, has the snow melted in Vermont yet, Abby? We have to ask you if the snow's all gone.
That's a good question. Also, notice how you said spring, not summer. There's some people in this house that think that the weather has changed to summer, but that is not the case.
Yes. Don't be surprised if it snows this week here in southern New England because Trish swapped the clothes this weekend.
She did.
Yep.
She did.
She put all the winter stuff up in the... Well, she did save me, I think, maybe a pair of gloves. And because she started to put them away, and I said, no.
Well, you are kind of a diva when it comes to the cold.
I don't want my figgies getting cold. So
anyway, it's spring. You shouldn't be wearing gloves. But anyways.
Anyway, she put away the winter stuff, and I have plenty of shorts now in my drawer.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean that, but also, what was it, Saturday, I think? Every window in this house was open.
It was cold.
It was probably like 50 degrees outside.
Yeah,
that doesn't justify all the windows being open.
I was watching the Red Sox, and I had a hoodie with the hood on,
mm-hmm.
and almost I think I got the blanket at one point.
And
so.
I don't know how this happens. I never see it happen, but I will always return to my room to find a window open.
Oh, she opened one in your room.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like I'm old enough where I can decide in my bedroom.
Sure.
Where, when the window should be open or closed.
It's your territory.
I occasionally find it open. Go to take a shower, come back, the window's open.
I know Saturday I went out, and when I came home, our neighbor across the street, Eddie, was doing yard work.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin next door was spreading some loam,
mm-hmm.
and Priscilla was changing the clothes. And I said, that does it.
And I was putting rocking chairs together.
That's right, you were.
Sit outside, yeah.
The summer rocking chairs. So I'm like, that's it. It's going to snow.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. I didn't look. Did she put the shovel away?
I think so.
Oh, we're screwed.
I think the shovel is away.
We are definitely screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Monday. It is April 11th. It's National Barbershop Quartet Day today. Me, sweet Caroline.
I love me a good barbershop quartet.
The harmony, huh? It's just fantastic. It's National Cheese Fondue Day. National 8-Track Tape Day today. Recognizes an era that was here and gone in a short 20 years. Nevertheless, it's a day to remember listening to great music of the 60s and 70s on 8-track tapes. And I'll never forget, I don't know what the timing mechanism is or whatever, but does anybody remember listening to an 8-track? And I'm thinking like Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And you're listening to a song, and all of a sudden it fades out, clicks to the next track, and then finishes. I don't know if they only had so much time that they could use. Or...
I have no idea, so I apologize.
It is National Pet Day today, a day to pamper your pets. And Trish is working.
Yeah.
Not
so
able to.
Guess it's your job.
I guess so.
You got to pamper Charles.
I got to pamper. All right. And it's also National Submarine Day. It honors the day the United States Navy acquired its first modern commissioned submarine. April 11th, 1900. The Holland 6 became the Navy's first modern submarine. Can you imagine what they must have been like in 1900? I mean, I think they're, I mean, I salute anybody. In fact, I do. I coach baseball. Coach Norm.
Oh, yeah.
He was a submariner or submariner. I don't know how you say it.
I'm just thinking about the first ever submarine and the people that had to go on it. They're like, hey, listen, We're going to put you in a metal tube, deep underwater, and
Yep.
you can't come up for a couple months. But you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Wonder how many people signed on for that.
Who's like, sure, yeah,
Hey.
let's do it. Yeah, sure. I love these guys. 3 months later, I freaking hate them.
Yeah, freaking
Can't
hate
stand them.
They smell.
Yeah.
God. I think we mentioned once before, didn't we, that when Doug first joined the Navy 10 years ago, he had a choice between being an aviation mechanic or serving on a submarine. And he said, nope, I'll try jets. I don't know anything about them, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's also World Parkinson's Day today. On the Datebook, on this day in 1966, Frank Sinatra records the song Strangers in the Night, later reaching #1 on the Billboard charts.
I hope you warmed up your voice today. There's a lot of song ones, so let's hear it.
Oh, yeah. Strangers in the night, they're getting stranger. I don't know if that's an actual line, but
Okay.
I
I mean,
was saying
sounds
that.
good. I wouldn't have questioned it.
On this day in 1970, Apollo 13 launched to the moon. Of course, unable to land, it returned in 6 days. That was the mission Tom Hanks was on.
Yeah, Tom Hanks did a good job.
On this day in 1970, the Beatles' Let It Be single goes #1 and stays #1 for 2 weeks.
Let's hear it.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comforts me. Good enough?
I guess you can get to the
Speaking
title.
words of
There you
wisdom,
go.
let it be.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to hear.
Okay. On this day in 1980, so 10 years later, Paul McCartney released the single Coming Up.
Let's hear it.
Coming up on the hour, we're coming up. That's all I remember is Coming Up.
All right.
So, on this day, am I done yet? On this day in 1981, Ronald Reagan arrived home from the hospital after being shot by John Hinckley Jr. On this day in 2000, AT&T Park in San Francisco, Minute Maid Park in Houston, and Comerica Park in Detroit all open on the same day. Big day. And on this day in 2012, The Avengers, starring Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo, and Jeremy Renner, premiered in Los Angeles.
Life has never been the same.
Celebrity birthdays today. A couple of all three from baseball. Brett Saberhagen, 58. Trot Nixon, formerly of the Sox, 48. And Mark Teixeira, 42. Actually, Brett Saberhagen did pitch for the Red Sox, and Mark Teixeira was almost traded to the Red Sox.
Almost.
But his wife said no.
Really?
Remember that?
What's wrong with Boston, huh?
His wife didn't want to go to Boston.
Come on. You were okay with New York, but New York City, but you didn't want to go to Boston. Although, see, I don't know how it works with baseball, but I know football. A lot of the guys that play on New York teams live in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
can
heard.
see that. I can
but
see
I don't.
that
I don't know
happening.
about baseball because they play in the Bronx, right? I don't know where
The Bronx and, well, the Mets Shea Stadium used to be in what they call Flatbush. I'm not sure where Citi Field
But
is.
where's the football stadium?
The football stadium is in New Jersey.
It is in New Jersey.
Yeah, MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of them live in
Yeah.
New Jersey.
Okay.
Plus, it's probably just cheaper than
Maybe
New York,
a little bit, but
think.
I think that whole area is just like
that's true.
through the roof.
That's true.
So, anyway, who do we have in the chats this morning? I see some people chatting.
Yeah, we got a lot of people here.
By the way, I do know that numbers wise, we have quite a few people that maybe view the show later in the day. So you can always comment, or if you're watching live, join us in the chat. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Real quick, Gail did say, Matt, it's called airing out the house. It's what we women folk do in the spring. Now, I agree. Now, I also, it's good to open your window. And
Sure.
It takes like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Room is aired out. Close that thing.
Especially if you have a breeze.
And let's get that temperature back to comfortable, you know? I shouldn't have to wear a jacket in my bedroom. I'm sorry. That's just, I feel like that's,
Draw the line there.
I feel like that's a simple thing to want in life.
I don't
is
think
to not
it's-
have to wear a jacket in my bedroom.
You're not asking for much.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But yeah, no, all for airing out the house, just not to the point where there's icicles in my bedroom.
I like my window open a little bit. You know, if the temperature is like above 15.
Oh my God, your bedroom was the worst because all the other windows, I think we've like secretly walked around the house and closed. But your bedroom stayed open like the whole day. I went in there once. I think it was like 30 degrees in there.
Could be.
It was freezing.
Could be.
To the point where Trish at one point went to just take a break, take a quick 5-minute cat nap or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked in there. She closed the windows herself and was sitting in there with a hoodie with the hood on, the strings pulled, like curled up in a ball. And I'm like, you did this to yourself.
But it was fresh hair.
Yeah, she was like, I love this. You could hear the teeth chattering. Anyways, what Gail also said, thought of the correct Stumpah answer, but she doesn't remember the question.
Oh, okay.
So, all right.
All right. If you have the answer, keep it. We'll
It's
get
a bold
to it.
statement.
We'll
Mia
get to
says,
it.
morning all, listening from the airport today on my way to California for a conference, but couldn't miss a chance to tie for first place in the Stumpah competition.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
true, because a reminder, it ends on Friday.
And by the way, what time's your flight? Because I want to make sure we get to the question in time.
Let us
So
know.
Let us know.
Let us know. Abby said, snow is gone except for some of the piles on high elevations.
Charlie's chewing the doormat again. Hey,
you.
Stop that.
I brought toys in here for you.
Chew an alligator or something.
Gail says you should have seen the excitement from these 3 pups when you said it was National Pamper Your Pet Day.
Oh.
I'm in for it now. Do they understand what pamper your pet means? If so, I'm impressed. Dana says nothing like barbershop harmonies.
Yeah.
Especially that, like how they end every song with like the step down. The ba, 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 and then you have the lowest guy that holds the note the whole time. And then they do something funky at the end.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good
Mia
stuff.
says, I'm on layover in Newark until 10. It's all good. All right, we
Okay.
got plenty of time.
All right.
We'll be doing the stump at 9:45 now. And last thing, Abby said, Uncle, did you get the disco song on Hurdle the other day?
The disco. Oh, do you mean Dancing Queen? I got that on the first single.
Is that disco?
For
Maybe. I also got that on the first
yeah,
one.
first note.
Very
yeah.
iconic, I don't know, instrumentation and intro.
Trying to think
and
of what
everything.
else there was. I don't think
There was a John Legend song yesterday.
Yeah, I
I knew it was
didn't get
John
that.
Legend, but there was like, I think there was like 4 that you could guess, and I guessed
4 John Legend songs?
I guessed 3 of them and didn't get the.
Yeah.
I was mad. Yeah. Anyways, that's it.
All right. In the news this morning, the eyes of the sporting world were on Augusta, Georgia over the weekend as the best players in the world competed in the Masters tournament. Tiger Woods did not win, but he did finish 4 rounds, which is an amazing feat considering he almost lost his leg and maybe even his life in a car accident about a year ago. I did see that Tiger was limping by the end, and some felt he was in pain, but really, and I looked it up, by the way. How much do they walk for the Masters? Well, depending on, of course, where if their ball goes in the woods or if they go to talk to fans, that adds steps. But these guys can walk as much as 6 miles in a single round.
Let these guys drive golf carts. I have no problem with it. Why does anyone have a problem with it? All we care about is them having the best shots possible, right?
Right.
I don't give a crap if they get tired between holes walking. I could care less. Give him a golf cart. Give him an ATV. I don't care.
Scott Scheffler is your Masters winner. The world's #1 player won his first green jacket and his first major at Augusta National. He finished 10 under par for the tournament, 2 strokes ahead of Rory McIlroy.
He was almost fumbling it at the end, though.
Yeah.
He like 3-putted.
Didn't
that
he
thing.
3-putt the? Yeah. Scheffler, by the way, went to the same high school, Highland Park in Dallas, as Matthew Stafford, who won the Super Bowl with the Rams, and Clayton Kershaw, who won the World Series in 2020 with the Dodgers.
Good for that high school.
So, what do you think it is? You think it's good coaching? I mean, it is Texas, so I mean they take
They
their
play
sport
different
seriously.
sports. They play different sports, though, so I don't think you could pin it on coaching.
Yeah.
Unless you got the same coach. No, golf and football are the same season.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Just good high school. I will say Matt Stafford has a new AT&T commercial. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I did see
It's
that.
about him talking about the being on the Lions and pretty fun.
Yesterday, let me know how you feel about this one. Yesterday, the Milwaukee Bucks played the Cleveland Cavaliers. There was a tip-off, jump ball to start the game, of course, and Bucks guard Jrue Holiday immediately fouled Darius Garland of the Cavaliers. The ref blew the whistle. Time was stopped. Holiday walked off the floor, done for the day, and $306,000 richer because he met the games played threshold in his contract to trigger his bonus. This doesn't sit right with me because it's like the dude came out just to get the jump, just to officially be in the game, and then he's like, okay, I'm done. It's like, why don't you play the game?
That's weird.
Or at least play half the game or something, I just don't think their priorities are set right, but then,
Well, I don't know. I'd love to know what the coach said about that.
True.
Like, are you just cool with the guy fouling and then leaving?
And did the coach know about it? Is there something?
Like, was he hurt or something? Like, was
No.
there a reason that, like, he only played?
Just to reach his bonus.
Yeah, that's weird.
Then he was done for the day. By the way, I had a bad weekend with Boston sports teams. Every game I watched, they lost.
Oh, so it's you.
Sox lost Friday. Sox lost Saturday. Bruins lost yesterday. I did not watch last night's ball game, and the Red Sox won 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
So
stop watching.
I guess so.
Take that hat off.
Do I? It's my new hat. Mark Wahlberg wants to bring Bill Belichick to the big screen. Wahlberg has been around promoting his new movie, Father Stu, which looks good.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. And during Wednesday's screening, a lifelong New England Patriots fan, Wahlberg, teased a project focused on the iconic head coach. He said, hopefully look out for a Bill Belichick biopic in the near future, as he was interviewed on WBC. That doesn't necessarily mean that Mark would play Belichick, although I could see it, couldn't you? If he puts on a little weight, maybe?
Maybe.
Wahlberg expressed confidence in his ability to handle the role if it does come his way. When he was interviewed on Greg Hill's show on WEEI, he said, it all started when somebody was like, who would you see yourself playing, Tom Brady or Bill Belichick? Wahlberg said, I think I look a little more like Bill. Let's just be real, which is fine. I love Bill, and I also know Bill, so to be able to hear Bill be on the podium where he says next to nothing and really hear him, I just kind of threw it out there. But yeah, it's a possibility. I think he would trust me to do him justice.
It would just be interesting to see how they do the movie.
Yeah. I mean, what would be the...
Yeah.
We're
on to Cincinnati.
Would the plot of the movie be, I'm a curmudgeon, and I'm proud of it.
Played all well in all three phases. Like, wow, he really nailed that act.
Yeah, he did. Hey, when removing a 140-foot tree from your backyard, it's probably best to leave the job to the professionals, wouldn't you think? A Washington state man's tree removal ended spectacularly bad when the enormous Douglas fir landed on his neighbor's house, completely destroying it. He said he needed to have the tree removed because it kept dropping limbs on his house. He worked out a deal with someone to cut the tree down for him in exchange for the wood. Hey, buddy, can you do this? Unfortunately, they decided to do the work on a particularly windy day, which I think most professionals might have said, nope, not today, right? About 30 minutes into the job, the guy that was doing the cutting started to get a bad feeling about it, and he suggested that the owner call in a professional service. But at that point, it was too late. The wind took over and knocked the tree down directly on top of the neighbor's house, effectively slicing it in half. One person was home at the time, but was luckily safe in another room. The owners of the destroyed house say they feel grateful no one was hurt, but they now have to find a new place to live.
I wonder if that guy will go to jail for that.
I mentioned this the other night. Mom said, I wonder if your homeowner's insurance chips in. I mean, obviously, the guy's going to be responsible, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, that's also, like, very dangerous. Like, he almost hurt somebody.
True.
So, like, I wonder if there's, like, legal implications.
Can you imagine the person that was home, maybe headphones on, playing video games,
Yeah.
and they're like, what? What was that?
That'd be me. That would be me, 100%.
The makers of Kit Kat bars are once again turning their basic chocolate and wafer bar into something unexpected. The company's latest limited edition flavor is Blueberry Muffin, which the company says has notes of fresh and cooked blueberries, a cake batter-like muffin flavor, and graham cookie pieces folded into the bar. Other combinations the company has rolled out in the past years include birthday cake Kit Kats, lemon crisp Kit Kats, strawberries, and dark chocolate.
Who picks the flavors? Because I think, like, normal, lemon crisp, that's pretty weird. And then blueberry muffin, like, I feel like there's more interesting things you could go for.
Yeah. I just can't. I mean, when you buy a Kit Kat bar, aren't you're craving, maybe chocolate or a candy bar? Blueberry muffin?
It's for breakfast.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
You miss breakfast, just pick up a blueberry muffin Kit Kat.
And finally, in the news this morning, workers at a French fry company in New Zealand were sifting through potatoes on a conveyor belt. I can see that happening, right? When they found something that definitely was not a potato. The small brown object that blended in with the potatoes was actually a World War II era grenade. Night shift workers had just received a shipment of 28 tons of russet potatoes, and they were going through them to pull out the bad ones. One worker saw one that looked more like a mud-covered potato or a stone that somehow got mixed in, and he pulled it off the belts. But upon further inspection, he realized it was not a stone at all, and a coworker told him, "Hey, that looks like a grenade." They called police, who responded with the bomb squad, who x-rayed the device and determined it was non-explosive and likely a dummy grenade that was used in training exercises. Imagine finding that.
At least an exciting day on the job, you know. I would assume that sifting through potatoes could get boring.
Oh, yeah, right?
So,
After
I mean, you
few
found
hours,
a grenade. That's a good story to tell.
Something to tell for years to come.
I like it.
All right, let's get to the Stumpah here, because Mia's got a plane to catch in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. Our Stumpah, which is leftover from Friday.
Well, first off, look at the standings.
Oh, okay.
Like
This
I
is
said,
the
Friday's
week.
last day. Gary's still in the lead with 5. But we have a four-person, 4-way tie for second place. Mia, Justin, Abby, Dana. But then, I mean, we still got Diane's with 3. I mean, anything's possible.
As we look at the leaderboard at the Masters of Podcast, anything could happen.
There's a potential chance for 5 Stumpahs this week if people get it on the first day every day. So if you think about that, Lori and Emily could come back and win.
Things could change.
I'm just saying.
Things could change.
All right, here we go.
All right, our question from Friday. In a relationship, this stops happening after 6 dates. What is it? Now, did you say people were upset about the clue we gave on Friday?
Yeah, but I stand by it. All I said was somebody was close. Like there was a couple people that were in the right ballpark.
Right.
So now we'll tell you who was in the right ballpark.
We had some people with answers about paying the bill. So you're in the right ballpark.
Yeah.
All right.
It's something about like the guy paying the bill or stuff like that, or splitting the bill or stuff like. You're in the right ballpark.
You're in the right ballpark.
Paying the bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a relationship, this stops happening after 6 decades. 6 decades. After 6 dates.
It's a long relationship.
Yes. Huh? What is it? All right. So what did we decide? We will have a question on Friday morning.
Yes. And if there's a tie, we'll figure it out. I think I'm leaning towards, you guys can let me know. If there is a tie, we'll do a Stumpah for just the people that are tied.
Okay.
I'll only take the answers from them. They keep going. The first person to get it wins.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. So our question again today. In a relationship, this stops happening after 6 dates. What is it? Do we have some guesses coming in?
We do.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Justin says, split the bill.
Split the bill. No, that's not it.
No. Let me look at the answer again.
I know. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Justin says one person pays tip and the other pays the bill.
Good guess, but no.
Nope. Justin says buying flowers.
Nope. Not buying flowers.
Nope. Gary says opening the car door.
No. No.
Dana says manners.
Manners. Nope. Not manners.
Emily says going to a fancy restaurant, a.k.a. start going to chains.
No.
No.
That's not it.
Gary says ordering for the other person.
No, not it.
No.
I've never done that, I don't think.
Ordering for the other person?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
I think
done
it's
that.
weird on a date.
Yeah, yeah, because you're just getting to know each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I think it's just, like you did it for us as kids.
Yeah, but you would tell me what you wanted, right?
Oh, you mean like deciding for the other person? That's just straight up
I know
weird.
some people have done that.
That's just weird.
Okay.
Mia says getting a cheaper meal out of courtesy.
No, that's not it. Good guess.
Abby says picking less expensive dishes. No.
No, that's not it.
Abby says one person pays, one person tips. No.
No.
Gail says only one person paying stops. No.
No.
Abby says not getting dessert.
No.
Emily says not getting 3 courses.
No.
Do people get 3 courses? Well, I guess appetizer, meal, dessert. I don't really understand how you can get dessert when you go out to eat.
I rarely do.
No,
I rarely do.
I feel like that means you didn't eat enough. Like, you're out to eat. The entree's normally pretty big.
3
you
courses.
eat that, you're stuffed.
3 courses could be appetizer, salad, meal.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
I never have room for dessert.
Yeah, no. I rarely do.
And most of the time, if I do order dessert, your mom and I get 1 plate with 2 forks because we share it.
Abby says splitting an app.
Splitting an app? Nope. That's not it.
Gary says grabbing the bill immediately from the waiter.
No.
Emily says not getting an alcoholic drink.
No.
Mia says the argument about who should pay.
No.
Abby says the fake no, let me pay.
The fake? No.
No.
No, that's not it. No.
Justice says alternating paying the bill.
No.
And Abby also says not getting alcohol.
No, that's not it. Hey.
Man.
So we're not off to a good start trying to have 5 stumpers
I
this
don't
week.
think so.
Yeah. No. In a relationship, this stops happening after 6 dates. Why do I say it? Doesn't
going with decades, man.
What is it? And our hints. We did have some answers about paying the bill. You're in the right ballpark.
Yeah.
But no one's got there yet.
No one's gotten it yet.
No.
No one's gotten it yet. It's going to be a tough thing to come up with an additional hint.
It is. Without giving it away.
Well, that's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll wait for that until tomorrow.
All right.
I
guess we'll...
Discussion time.
Discussion. All right,
We'll be
stand
back.
by. We'll be back.
Hello.
Hi.
We're back.
I'm glad he called that meeting.
Yes, yes. Because I know Pete. See, in order to prevent Pete's mistakes, you just need to predict them. So I knew with this answer he would be confused. So we figured it out before.
We figured it out. In a relationship, this stops happening after 6 dates. What is it?
Allison said, "Stop flaunting your money."
The exact answer is you stop overspending to impress. So Allison's right.
It's the same thing.
That's
correct.
Yes, we had our discussion. So Allison, you got it.
Allison's first win.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I like it. Let's go.
And she could tie, right? If she gets the next 4.
She could tie for the lead. Yeah.
That's
See,
it.
anything's possible.
It's going to be a great week.
But yes, overspending to impress. But no one was really close before that. I mean, there was like picking less expensive dishes, but that's not the same thing.
Right.
But yeah, stop flaunting your money.
I still do that. It's picking inexpensive dishes.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, I still flaunt my money all the time. I was like, wow, that's
nice.
Good.
You ain't got no money.
Yeah, very modest and humble, Pete. Good job.
But no, if I go out to lunch with someone and I know they're buying, I'll look at something and I'll say, oh, let's go. Ooh, $28? No, I ain't getting that.
I think we're just in the day and age. Like, why are people buying? Like, let's just split it,
Yeah.
In some cases, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, when I went down to house sit, if we got takeout before they left or something, I would offer to pay, but they were like, no, like, you're here because of us. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, if you're
so they picked it up.
If you're talking to a friend, like, hey, let's go out to eat, split the bill. Why are we paying for each other?
Yeah. I guess you're right.
But plus, that way there, don't split the bill, but pay for your own stuff. That way there, get what you want. If you want a steak, Pete, get a steak.
Do it.
Get a nice steak.
Don't have any other issues.
Mm-hmm.
Time for today's fascinating facts. Did you know there are no lakes in Maryland? I actually didn't care either, but Maryland is the only state in the United States that has no natural lakes within its borders. The bodies of water that Maryland now has have all been the result of either damming river or have all been the result of damming rivers. So they are reservoirs. They're not lakes.
Oh, interesting.
I do know that whenever we fly Providence to Norfolk, Maryland, and especially Virginia, has so many rivers.
Yeah. Yep.
You're up there above it all, and you're looking down, and you're like, there's like water everywhere. It's like, no wonder there are bridges and traffic.
That is one thing. I wish, and I know you can't, like, this isn't safe. I wish you could fly just high enough so you can still see everything the whole way.
That'd be cool.
Clouds are fascinating for like 5 seconds, and they were like, okay, I'm going to take a nap now. Like, just so you could see everything.
Yeah, when he gets up above the cloud. Once I was no longer 5, I didn't care about being above the clouds.
Hey, still now, when I'm 23, we still get into the clouds, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. But it gets boring after like 5 seconds. I will say, though, it is kind of funny when you're up there, and you're like, wow, what a sunny day. And then you get back, and you're above all the clouds, and you get back down, and you're like, oh, it's pouring.
It's pouring rain.
Okay.
How'd that happen?
Yeah. Oh, that's because I was above it all. Yeah.
It's always nice up there, I guess.
True. Unless you're going through it.
True.
Yeah.
I do have a follow-up story for you this morning. We had a story Friday about the price of beer and hot dogs at some ballparks, and that story did not have Fenway Park. So I did a little more research. Some of those fields were pretty bad, but we wondered about Fenway. So here we go. For the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park, the price of a beer is $8.50,
Bruh.
and the price of a hot dog is $6.
Man.
The Red Sox were the league's most expensive team to see in 2021. This is according to something called the Team Marketing Report Fan Cost Index, which factors in variables such as parking, game tickets, and concessions. Not surprisingly, dogs and beers were pricier than the league average, and the beers at Fenway looked especially pricey considering they're only 12 ounces. You get more in other parks. Hot dogs went up 75 cents last year to $6.
See, it's a struggle because one hot dog doesn't even fill you up, you know?
No.
And if you're getting French fries, they didn't have the price of French fries, but I guarantee it's like $8 for a French fry. You end up spending like $20 on yourself for a meal that's probably not even going to fill you up.
So $6 for a hot dog, and I traditionally have 2, maybe 3.
I have one hot dog, fries, and then always, hopefully, a pretzel later on. But pretzels, tell me not, pretzels, always the first thing to run out.
Yes.
Why don't we just get more pretzels to begin with?
I love me some hot pretzels.
They sell out so fast.
I went to a hockey game with a friend of mine, and when did we go for food? At the end of the second period? And you're right, there was one pretzel left.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
Everybody wants a pretzel. Just get a bigger supply.
I know. Why can't they?
Come on.
Would you describe yourself as having a healthy lifestyle? According to a new survey, you would be in the minority if you do. The survey found that 53% of people said they did not have a healthy lifestyle, with the same percentage saying they didn't feel like they could improve their health. That's sad.
You can always improve your health.
What's keeping people from being healthy? Well, according to the survey, not understanding the best actions to take in order to be healthy.
I could see that.
Came to
because
number
there's
one.
a million different diets,
Yeah.
a million different workout plans,
That's number 2, which ties it. Feeling overwhelmed with all the different options.
and some of them are a hoax. Like you see, do you get these? There's always like advertisements about like, you can still eat a whole pizza and be ripped. And it's like,
No, you
no,
can't.
you can't. You
No.
can't eat a whole pizza like every day and still be ripped. That's just
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not going to happen. Also, why are people not keeping healthy? The cost. Some people say the cost, which we've talked about before. That
More expensive to eat
healthy food, lack of time, lack of resources, and lack of support from a loved one. That's sad. That rounds
Well,
out.
I think a lot of times it'd be like family, like meal prepping is hard because like, well, my family wants to eat Alfredo every night or something like that. Yeah.
The good news, though, is that 67% said they are prioritizing their health more than ever before. Here's what people are doing to improve their health. Number 1, they are eating healthy. So some people are. They are exercising regularly. They are taking time for themselves every day. They are taking their vitamins and or supplements. That's another thing I'm confused on. There's so many supplements.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
one that's very important, and Catherine has driven this home with me, regular movement. Just keep moving, It's like I started going to the local rec center again to walk on the treadmill, and there's a part of me that thinks, I got to increase my speed. I got to increase my elevation.
I'm never going to make it to the Olympics like this.
Yeah. And Catherine keeps reminding me, Dad, just move. You don't have to keep, I'm probably past the point of getting ripped, so just move.
Laying on the couch. Well, I'm moving my fingers going on this tablet. Take that, cat.
Also on the list, people are cutting back on unhealthy things, like cutting back on smoking or alcohol.
Charlie just picked up a cushion, so I'm going to go get that.
Okay, he's now taking the couch apart. Okay. People are seeing their doctor regularly. People are meditating. And people are cutting down on their screen time. And finally, some people are using a standing desk while they work, which is better for you, right? Instead of always sitting on your butt for 8 hours a day. Weren't we having a discussion the other day about stand-up desks?
The cable management is what kind of drives me insane.
Right.
Because I was actually thinking about it for a minute. I was like, maybe I should. Not here. It wouldn't work here.
No.
But here I would have to like get the cameras on a standing desk and it'd be like, all right, 15 minutes is up, Pete. The next 45 minutes of the show, we're standing.
And I'm usually good for about 5.
You guys have an awkward commercial break of us just raising the entire set. But like upstairs, I was thinking about it, but then I looked at all the cables I have and I'm like, Oh my God! Like I've fit them all with like zip ties and stuff to be at the level they're at.
And that's a pet peeve for you, right? If you have messy cables.
Oh, my cables are so messy right now. I need a.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm in need of a cable management splurge, purge. But
Okay.
but yeah, I'm just putting it off. But I do need to do it.
Read a story this weekend about the actress Eva Longoria, and she says that she and her husband are connecting by disconnecting. And I thought, let me share this with you. We all know routines are important, but the routines you have at night, especially with your partner, can be a make or break when it comes to feeling connected and in tune with each other. That's why Eva Longoria says she and her husband, Jose Baston, make it a point to turn off their phones at night so they can be present with one another. She said, we have dinner every night, have a glass of wine all the time. She said, plus, we are so busy in our day that at night we have so much to talk about that we actually love unplugging and talking at the end of each night. She called that simple habit her secret to a happy marriage, and it seems like it's working out so well. I don't know if I could do that.
He's like, I don't really know if I want to talk to Trish.
My name's not Trish.
It's like, I don't even know, No. What if my phone's more interesting?
That's not...
Wow, Trish, he said that about you?
I did. You said that. You said that. I've got witnesses. No, but my whole thing is, and I know you're all grown, and I know but it's just something about...
Technically, I guess.
Yeah. There's just something about anyone else that has kids, no matter how old they are, you don't want to have the phone turned off in case they... I have had phone calls from...
Listen.
I won't say who, but I have had phone calls or texts from some of the kids, like after 10 o'clock or something.
Listen, if at least I can say this about Sarah, and I mean, this happens pretty much with everybody in the family. If they call you and you don't answer, they call me. And then I answer the phone. Hey, what's up? Where are the old people? Yeah. Or whatever. Maybe that's just me that says that. But
oh, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. They're like, where are my parents? And I'm like, your parents?
Right. I get those calls. If they're calling mom and they can't find her, they call me sometimes.
And then I'm like,
where's my mother?
And then I'm like, I'm not their personal secretary. And I hang up.
Oh, do you?
So, yeah,
okay.
It defeats the purpose.
All right.
No, but I mean,
I just don't feel...
You don't need to shut it off. Maybe put it on silent, put it to the side.
Okay.
Just be like, hello, Trish. I forgot what you looked like. How are you today?
That could work.
I was waiting for you to hopefully deny the whole I forgot what you look like thing. He didn't, though.
Oh, yeah.
We got him, boys. We got him.
I didn't.
Trish, you heard it here.
My name's not Trish.
Anyways.
I didn't realize you had said that till
Now he's trying to backpedal.
later after you said that.
Be careful backpedaling. You're going to fall down.
So the other night, I'm laying in bed, and my phone is over here on the nightstand, and I like to sleep on this side. So I'm rolled over the other way, okay? Now, I got the bad back and all that stuff. So all of a sudden, my phone dings. I'm like, who's texting me at 10:30?
If it's important, they would call.
So then I lay there, and of course, my brain starts going, gee, I wonder if it's should I? And then there's another ding.
I know exactly what it is.
So I'm like, oh, my God, what's going on? So I roll over, grab the phone, look at it.
What was it?
Sarah's playing Wordle.
Yep. Yep.
We all play Wordle in the morning, but she never got to it till like 10:30 that
Which
night.
happens sometimes. Sometimes you realize when you get to the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I bet it was one of the days that she had off because of Liam's, because that happened to me over vacation. Vacation is great, except your Wordle schedule is messed up.
It's all messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So no more vacations,
Yeah.
people. Work yourself into the ground just in order so you can play Wordle on time. I
We have
missed it a couple days. Well, I don't know if I missed Wordle. I missed a couple of the other ones. Yeah.
We have a group chat. We don't post it on Facebook. No, we don't do that. But
You make it seem like we're better than people because we don't post it on Facebook. We have a group chat, which I think is far worse. It's far more nerdy and sad. Yes, we have a group chat. It's called Wordle Squad. I created it.
Wordle Squad. That's right. It is time for a new feature on the show. Always love new stuff. And this started Friday because my random question Friday was actually I didn't think about it, was actually a Would You Rather.
We should just clarify. The game Would You Rather is not a new thing. We didn't create Would You Rather.
Oh, no.
In the beginning, you were like, new bit, new segment. It's like, it's not new. It's just new to us.
It's new to us.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. All right. Time to play Would You Rather. We have, 5 different questions here?
Yeah.
All right. Where I said to Matt this weekend, I said, how many do I need? 1, 2? I was like,
No, because some of these I'll answer in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
The reason this came about is because I said, Would You Rather stresses me out because it's never just this or that. You need to know
the parameters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think it was, wasn't it Mia that suggested we make this a feature?
I believe it was.
Thank you, Mia. All right. Our first question. Would you rather never be able to go out during the day or never be able to go out at night?
See, this is the issue.
What?
We got responsibilities during the day.
True.
Can't schedule a doctor's appointment at 9 p.m.
This is true.
So if you can't go out during the day, that's a problem. Although sometimes it's nice to go out at night. Nobody's driving. Charlie, why are you trying to break out of here?
I was
man?
simply thinking of, the sunshine, daylight versus the darkness, maybe cold.
Yeah, but I like the nighttime. We've been over this. But that's another point. Vitamin D, important. Important.
So I would vote I would choose never be able to go out at night.
I agree. As much as it pains me, because every now and then you want to go out at night. But I'll choose that one.
All right. By the way, we encourage you to play along in the chat. If we don't get to it right now, that's what the post show is for.
Justin and Allison both said never go out at night, but Abby says, are emergent situations involved in this?
Why do we have to overthink Would You Rather?
That's the point. That's the whole reason we're doing this,
okay.
That's good. I'm a little disappointed I didn't think of that. That's true. So, like, if you have a heart attack at 9 p.m., it's just screwed. I mean, that affects you either way, though. So it doesn't. I say,
what time is sunrise?
Because that would suck in both situations. We'll eliminate that.
Yeah,
that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
emergency. Either way, that's gonna suck.
Emergency's not included.
If you're having a heart attack during the day and you can't go out during the day, that's just as bad as if you can't go out during the night. You have a heart attack at night.
I guess so.
Yeah. What's up, Charles? You got any input here? Charlie sleeps at night, so he's good with not going out.
Yeah. All right, question number 2. Would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
I'm going chef.
Yeah.
My only question to ask is, I'm assuming the chef can make whatever you want.
I would hope so.
I'm going chef.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going chef.
I think I would agree. I mean, I don't mind picking up after myself. I don't think I'm a slob when mom's away.
Debatable. But no, I don't mind cleaning as much as... I mean, cooking's okay, but it's just so nice when someone else cooks for you.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you got a personal chef, I can just be like, hey, burrito today. He's like, sir, you've had that the past 8 days. Hey, I'm not paying you to talk back. Okay? Anyways, personal chef.
Would you rather read an awesome book or watch a good movie?
Good movie.
Now,
who reads books nowadays?
See, my thoughts on this have changed because up until the age of 30, pretty much or close to it, I no way. I was not a reader. But then I don't know. As I get older, I love a good book, and a good book is going to last. Well, it lasts your mother about 3 days because she loves to read. But
I wonder if you guys do you actually take in what you read in there?
Yes.
Because you guys read books like literally in like 30 seconds.
Mom does.
I'm like, they definitely skim it. Or maybe I just read it like a second grade level. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. We took tests and stuff in school and I always did okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys read books
But
ridiculously
for me,
fast.
an awesome book lasts like 7 to 10 days. Okay. So it's like you always have something going. You look forward to it at bedtime, whatever. But a movie's over in 2 or 3 hours.
I guess.
So
I guess. Now, do you ever reread books?
Yes, I have.
Do you have the urge to reread a book?
It depends on the book. Like I have the entire collection of Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
I've read it twice.
I've never seen that. Where is that?
It's right on the other side of that wall.
It is?
Yeah, it's on that.
I'm still going movie.
I've read that twice.
Still going movie.
Okay.
I don't know. I love a good movie. I'm rewatching Star Wars right now.
If I'm not here, somebody ask him the same question when he's 40. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind reading. I know I joked about who reads. I do read.
Yeah.
I just think movies. I like movies more.
Okay.
Let's see. Justin and Allison say movie. Abby says movie. Gail says read.
Okay.
Oh, and also Allison said maid before, and then Mia also says maid. I hate cleaning. I enjoy cooking most of the time.
Okay.
All right.
I can see
I'll
that.
give you that. Next question.
Would you rather spend the night in a luxury hotel or camping surrounded by beautiful scenery? Now, here's a good question.
Yeah.
Would you rather spend the night in a luxury hotel or camping surrounded by beautiful scenery?
Now, if I'm just spending the night, like, are we just spending the night or are we spending like a trip? Because
it says spend the night.
if I'm just spending the night, like if I'm just there to sleep, probably the hotel. Be more comfortable sleep.
I got to go with the hotel,
But
too.
if it's a whole trip, camping, because who wants to be... I mean, you don't really go to a hotel to be in the hotel.
Yeah, you pretty much... I mean, even the luxury hotels that have all these amenities,
Yeah.
I mean, you really just need a bed to sleep
Yeah,
in.
it's not like you're planning a trip around the hotel.
Right.
So camping would be more fun.
Okay.
So if we're talking like a weekend, I'd rather spend a weekend camping. But if we're talking just where would I rather sleep? A hotel, obviously. I think everyone would choose that if it's just sleep.
Is it Stephen? Sarah's husband, Stephen, describes Roughing It as a hotel without room service. Because he does not want to go camping.
Yeah.
He has no desire to go camping.
No, he doesn't like camping.
We took the kids camping. We did a lot of tent camping when we were younger. So, Sarah has said, "Oh, let's take Liam camping." And Stephen's like,
That'll be a Trish. Trish will come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trish and Sarah. Maybe. Yeah, I'll go.
You'll go?
Yeah.
Where?
You're not a huge fan of camping.
only because
The sleeping arrangements.
Yeah. I couldn't sleep on the ground.
We'll
after
get you a
while.
big old RV. Don't worry.
So
Pete.
I had a cot. Those RVs, though, I mean, that's not camping. That's not. I mean, I'm probably
we had a camper once, but I don't think we
had
kept,
we had a pop-up.
I don't think we
camper.
kept it for that long. I don't remember too many.
Maybe
trips
one
with
season or two.
that. More so, even when we brought that, I think we still brought tents.
True.
Yeah, I think some people still slept in tents.
Some of these RVs, and I hope
That's
I'm-
where you went if you were in trouble. If you were in trouble, you went in the tent. Yeah. You guys want to fight? Fine, go in the tent.
Go in the tent.
Yeah, it's pouring rain outside. Enjoy.
Remember that night down in Wareham when it poured?
That night, there was like, I feel like every camping trip we went on, it poured.
We were at a campground in Wareham, and it poured, and the tent had a leak.
Mm-hmm.
So not only, I mean, it's not like it was hitting me in the head, but I could hear it all
Yeah.
night.
Was that the one we left like super early? In the
Yeah,
morning?
like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Soon as daylight hit, we broke camp and left.
Yeah. That was rough.
That was
rough. There were many trips in which the camping trip ended with pouring rain.
Yeah.
Real quick, Abby says, I hate camping, so hotel. Allison said, hotel, I'm not about getting bit by bugs. True. Abby says, I'll just do the campfire in the hotel. I think they frown upon that.
Yeah.
I'm not positive. Gail says, camping, but I'm going to need at least a thick air mattress.
Yeah.
Air mattresses have gotten better, I will say. So
That's what I would need.
Yeah.
I would need that.
Mia says, depends on the weather. And is this an isolated camping area, or do you have annoying, loud, underage kids drinking next to you? That's a good question. Abby says, you pay so much money to live like a homeless person. True.
True.
Camping has gotten ridiculously expensive,
Yeah.
I've heard. I haven't gone in a while, but that's what I've heard. Yeah.
And finally, today, would you rather be your own boss or work for someone else?
Own boss.
Yeah?
100%. See, because I was actually thinking about this last night. The thing that affects your work experience the most is the people you work with, right? So, like, if you hate the people you
True.
work with, you dread going to work every day. But if you love the people you work with, you don't, even if the job stinks, you don't really mind going, right? Because it's fun to be around those people.
Right.
But you can't
Right.
control, like, who your boss is. So if you're your own boss, you can actually control that. So I pick your own boss.
The only reason I'm leaning towards work for someone else is I actually had this discussion yesterday with someone at church about how this is someone who used to be in a management position.
Okay.
And he was commenting about how his wife signs him up for stuff. And he says, yeah, so I'm just a volunteer. I just get signed up for this. And he said, I don't mind that at all because my days of making decisions are behind me. And I thought, there is something to that.
Yeah.
Having someone else that has to deal with the pressures and the HR commitments and all this stuff, that's your job. I'm just going to show up.
True.
So,
Yeah, definitely. It depends kind of what you want. Because it definitely is easier to just kind of show up and follow whatever rules and stuff are in place.
do what has to be done. Not your job to discuss policy or anything like that.
Yeah, but then what if the person stinks though, and you got to work for them? That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So
If you're the boss, if you're your own boss, you get to choose whether your life stinks or not.
okay.
That's all I'm saying. Abby says own boss. Allison says own boss. Gail says I'm retired now. I just want to enjoy this. So Gail, you are your own boss.
That's it.
Yeah.
You decide every day what the company's going to do.
So I'm going own boss. Did you? So you want to work for somebody else?
Yeah. At this point in my life, yes.
I'm the boss. That was the whole point of this.
That's
Would you
it.
rather? We did it. I officially have complete control. This sign is coming down.
Oh.
And yeah. You know what, Pete? Why don't you pack up your stuff? I think
Bye.
I think we're good. Why don't you'll be more behind that. You can take care of Charlie. That would actually be great.
Then
While me and Jethro take on the show. Yeah.
Jethro, what do you think about the no? All right. So that wraps up Would You Rather for this week. Again, if there were any other comments, we'll get to those in the post show. Story about more pizza toppings that have ventured onto our scene here. Pepperoni is still the number one topping for America's pizza lovers, but we are branching out into even more taste sensations. According to Hormel Foods, which I always think of spam because they make spam, but according to Hormel Foods pizza expert Anthony Panicelli, that's a good name for a pizza guy, 2022 will see a big spike in some interesting toppings, such as plant-based meats. Hormel, the biggest pepperoni maker in the country, has begun turning out a meatless version of pepperoni, while other companies are making meat-free Italian sausage, bacon, and ham, all of which are finding homes at pizzerias.
It's just like the Beyond chicken nuggets. It's plant-based.
If it's meat-free, how can you call it Italian sausage? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Citrus garnishes are making their way to pizzas. You might not be ready for a grapefruit pizza just yet, but how about a clam pie with lemon? That just sounds wrong.
Yeah, that's just weird.
That's popular in Minneapolis. Or an asparagus and lemon pizza, which is a favorite in San Francisco.
Nah, that's okay.
You're good.
Nah, we'll keep it just cheese.
Along a favorite in Naples, Italy, fried pizza is making its way across the U.S., thanks to pioneers like Don Antonio in New York City.
Why do we have to fry everything?
I know. And potato pies. It's another staple in Italy. This combo proves that if one starch is good, two must be better, right? The combo ditches the tomato, but keeps the cheese and doubles down on Italian spices and garlic. I like me an Alfredo pizza, but I don't know if I'd go this way.
Yeah, I don't know. Why can't we just keep it simple when it comes to pizza? Pizza's great.
Yeah. And pineapple on pizza? What's your verdict?
Nah.
Have you had it? Have you had? I guess it's called the Hawaiian.
Not
right?
in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it's partially because I don't like many things on my pizza. I'm a simple guy.
True.
I like always cheese. Love cheese. You can't go wrong with cheese. Pepperoni I'm okay with. Don't really prefer it.
Okay. Linguiça?
I like linguiça pizza every now and then. Yeah.
Which, Gail, do you know what a linguiça pizza is? That's a Portuguese sausage.
That's
linguiça.
Well, I don't want to assume. I feel like people know what linguiça is nowadays. I just
Do
know
they?
you can't get it
Yeah,
everywhere.
you can't get it everywhere.
Yeah.
Story this morning about a couple of old men in Savannah, Georgia that call themselves the Old Farts. They have been around the block a few times, and they know what's what, so they spend their weekends at the local farmers market dispensing their advice to anyone who wants it. Kevin Schatzberger and Raz Jenkins call themselves the Old Farts, and they can be found sitting at a table at the Forsyth Farmers Market in Savannah, Georgia. They sit around all day waiting for people to come by and ask them for anything they want to know about life. And if they don't know the answer to your question, they'll make something up. Schatzberger says, we just want people to come out, have a good time, enjoy themselves, have a good laugh at our expense, whatever.
Sounds like a scam.
Does it really?
Just Google, if you need advice, just Google it or ask somebody that's not charging you money for it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but if you're out, at a farmer's market, there's a couple of guys.
I mean, maybe if they're
sitting
cool.
by a wood
Yeah, they're
stove,
probably.
maybe.
Plus, what is up with Charlie's obsession with the cushions today? Like, he's never done this before. Hey, you, get over here. What are you doing? What are you,
By the way,
barbarian now?
Next week could be interesting.
Why?
Well, Doug and Marla are coming to visit.
Okay.
So they're coming up from Virginia, and the stew is in half of the guest room.
Yeah. Well, we
So-
don't know if they're... See, it's different now because Kat has a house now.
Oh, that's right.
We don't know
that's
where
right.
they're staying.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I told, when Doug said, do you mind if we come up for a few days? I was like, yeah, you just got to be up by 7:30.
Yeah. Anyways, the old farts. The old farts thing, I need to meet them. I'm going to test it out. Where are they? Probably nowhere near.
Savannah, Georgia.
Okay. So, yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
No.
Maybe one day. We'll see.
We had a friend who was going to go to Savannah in May or June, and she said the airfares are just through the roof.
I guess that's the time to go. Everybody wants to go, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. Never been. I heard it's really nice, though.
By the way, hopefully Mia's not flying JetBlue, because I guess they had a ton of cancellations again this past weekend.
Man, they're struggling.
Yeah, people. I know of one Facebook friend who was stuck in Florida coming back from a cruise. But, like, you get an extra day in the sunshine.
Yeah, but there's nothing more stressful than your plans changing when it comes to flying.
That's true.
Is that just me?
No, I would agree.
Very stressful.
Because you got to find a hotel. Because who wants to sleep in the airport?
Mm-hmm. Plus, I mean, like when's the next flight out?
Right.
You never know.
Right.
You never know.
And I guess they're blaming it on just lack of staff. As your mother says, nobody wants to work anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know how this Great Resignation. How are they paying their bills in this Great Resignation? I don't get it.
I mean, we've talked about this before. You know my opinions on it.
What?
I think it's being referred to as the Great Resignation. No one wants to work, but I think we're in a time where options are more plentiful, and you don't necessarily have to, conform to like working a job that doesn't pay you enough.
Right.
Like there's other options, to make money.
And I also think that a lot of people, maybe from the pandemic, they learn to downsize.
Yeah.
They learn we don't need all that stuff we had.
Mm-hmm.
So
we've come to a point where we've realized like maybe I don't need to be miserable to make money.
A living.
Maybe I can take some time. Like people do have a lot of savings, so maybe they're using their savings to redirect their professional life into a way that actually doesn't make them miserable.
This is a great time for anyone who's looking for work. If you want to work, especially in the tourism industry,
mm-hmm.
like Mom was telling me that the duck boat operators in Boston, they don't have enough people to drive the duck boats.
I will say though, like there's like McDonald's is like now hiring, and people are like nobody wants to work, and it's like nobody. You're right, nobody wants to work at McDonald's. like if there's better options than working at McDonald's, I think people are going to take it. So why don't you go? If you're so mad, you go make your own burger. Like let's see you work at McDonald's. So those kind of make me mad.
Then you can come back and talk to me.
Why is nobody working at Chipotle? Because maybe making burritos isn't fun. Maybe it's miserable. I don't know. We all like eating them, but maybe making them isn't the most fun
story.
thing.
Yeah.
Maybe let's just all chill out for a second. Yeah.
Could be.
And if you're all right, and they're like, how are they paying the bills? Eventually, they'll have to work again. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But let's not be so negative, people.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That'll do it for today. Stand by for the post show coming up where we catch up on some chat. I know I didn't go to the chats too often today.
I think I did pretty good keeping up with the chats today, actually.
All right,
yeah,
we'll check that out. Hang out for a little bit. If you do have to leave today, we leave you with a thought for the day. And our thought today is small improvements every day lead to big improvements over time. All right. We'll be right back with the post show.
We back.
Hello.
You didn't get what I was saying?
What's that?
I said after the big drums. You don't know what the big drums are in the song?
No.
At the end, the song loops, right? So it starts out with like just the guitar, and then the toms come in.
By the way,
And with the bass, do 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 do, and then it keeps going, and then the hi hats come in. That's another stage where it's like that's not, and then it ends with a drum breakdown. That's how it goes. So I'd ask after the big drums. That's when we're coming back. So don't say anything. The mics are about to be live.
I'm sitting here. He goes after the big drums. I'm like, huh?
The big drum breakdown. Come on. We've been listening to this song for 178 shows now.
By the way, the song written and performed and produced by this guy.
I guess written would be the word. There's no lyrics. Just produced, arranged, and produced.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, it goes in stages. Come on. You never really. You don't know what the big drums are? Because it goes to big drums and then there's the and then it cuts out.
I just enjoy it.
Come on, man.
All right.
Come on.
Gail did say, you have really been on top of your game today, Matt, and it's a Monday. So look at that.
And apparently it's not my job to read the chats anymore.
Well, it's just one that I wanted to make sure you mentioned. So
I was literally about to read it.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
No, I insist.
No, I like this now.
No, I insist.
No, I like this now. I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to move all this so I can kick my feet up. Hopefully nobody sees my slippers that I'm wearing.
Yeah, this guy.
Go ahead, Pete.
Usually on Friday. See, on Friday, I don't have to take Charlie out because Trish is home. Mm-hmm. So on Friday, I come down, and a lot of times I have my slippers on. So he looks at me and he says, "Oh, I'm mailing it in, huh?" He wears slippers every day.
Because I don't think I literally have time to tie my shoes. I like my morning is so tight on time that I don't really have time to do anything.
It can be.
I can't tie shoes. I don't have time to tie the shoes. We'd be late.
It can be.
Yep.
Yeah, that crazy.
Go ahead, buddy.
What?
What else you got?
No, you read the chats.
No, I'm taking the day off.
You're not taking the day off.
I like this. I think it's gonna be the show from now on. I'm only responsible to start it and end it.
I don't.
What you do in between is up to you.
No, I don't have the chats pulled up anymore.
Hey, I'm
you
the boss,
have
buddy.
to do it.
I'm the boss. You do what I say.
We determined that I don't want to be the boss anymore.
Abby said fried pizza. I'm guessing this isn't part of the healthy lifestyle you were speaking of earlier. That's the show. The show is contradicting itself all the time. We talk about healthy stuff, and then 5 seconds later, we're like, this new Kit Kat bar. Gail says, Matt, he's freaking out. He sees you coming after his job, and he's scrambling. Yeah, he's trying to. We're flipping roles. Actually, is what's going to happen.
Are we? Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. That's my job. Good luck doing my job, buddy. You think it's so easy?
I didn't
think it's
say
so
that.
easy.
I didn't say
I have control over everything. Goodbye, Pete. Pete's mic is off. This is the Matt Braley Show. All right. Anyways, I have been on my game today, and it is a Monday. Surprisingly, Mondays I'm better than Fridays. By the time Friday comes around,
you're tired.
Dead. You guys are lucky if I even remember to say and we're live.
Oh,
half the time I'm still. Actually, no. Every day of the show, I'm half asleep until like 10 minutes in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need a little jump start to get you going.
If you rewatch the show, I guarantee you'll see I'm very tired until like 10 minutes in. I get enough coffee in me, and then we're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Some would say, Matt, wake up 10 minutes earlier and start drinking your coffee earlier, and then you'll be ready for the whole show.
You won't do it.
I say,
you won't
hey,
do it.
F off, buddy. By the way, I did not remember to greet you with like a, well, what did we say I was going to do on Friday?
Oh, right.
Good morning, Papa.
Good morning, Papa.
Yeah.
You were going to be awake, wide-eyed. No, he greeted me. He almost didn't grunt. I knocked on the door and I went, showtime. And
I actually don't know if I remember you coming in this morning.
Yeah.
I was
getting worried this morning because the way it usually works is I get up first, come down, shower, go upstairs, knock on his door, say showtime, time to get up, whatever. And then I go in my room and I get dressed, make the bed. And usually during that, I hear him go downstairs. This morning, I got dressed, made the bed. I went downstairs. He was still in bed.
I know exactly how much time I need.
I thought twice before I said, "Are you getting up today?" Because I knew you would not like that.
Oh yeah, I would fight you on that. Because I know I'm good. Got it all under control.
But this morning when I said showtime, normally I get a. I did not.
What's going on over there?
Somebody's calling me. Somebody's calling me from New Bedford.
It's probably important, but
Leave a message.
we're busy. We're working here. Dana says Bruins played like shit, Pete.
Yeah, they just was it 4-2? But see, this is what I love about hockey. It was really 3-2. They got an empty netter with 5 seconds left.
That's true. The score is always because sometimes, I mean, granted, there was like one time I looked at this. I always follow sports on Instagram. That's how I know whether a team loses or not.
Okay.
Which I love. If you're the social media manager for any of the sports teams, keep posting the final score on the Instagram stories.
Okay.
That's how I follow sports. But yeah, no. At one point it was like I saw like Bruins win 8-2, and I'm like 8-2. What the hell happened? Wow. But it was probably like 4-2.
Yeah.
And they just kept scoring empty netters. I would think.
I think it was Alex Ovechkin.
Charlie, hey,
who got the empty netter. So it's like he gets credit for another goal in his long list of career things. But there's nobody in front of you.
I mean, you still gotta get in the net, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what amazes me when they shoot from like half. What do you call it in hockey? Half ice, half rink. Do they have a phrase like that?
The center line? Is it called center
ice? Center ice.
Center ice.
Yeah,
center
when they
ice.
shoot it from center ice.
Yeah.
And they nail it. But then again, I remember they're professional hockey players, so they probably should. If they miss it, then that's sad.
We were watching the Masters yesterday, and I was I was just commenting on the shots because I mean, really, the guy that won, he had a 10. What? He was 10 under par, 11 under par, 12 under par. It's like there was no drama except when he missed a few putts.
But I think it was rare for him to be that far ahead, I think. He just had a really good day.
There were some really good shots, like out of the sand trap in the cup.
Yeah, Rory.
Damn.
Rory had a legendary day. He tied the lowest score ever at
64. He shot a 64.
Yep.
But I was commenting on, there was one guy, Cam Smith from Australia, I think. Mm-hmm. He kind of fell apart.
Yeah, he was struggling.
He was hitting it in the woods. He hit it in the water. And
I felt so bad. They were interviewing him after. I was like, this dude just wants to drink a beer and cry in a bathroom somewhere. Like, I feel you, man. I feel you.
But I was commenting about how, hey, he's playing like the rest of us do. And Matt's like, yeah, but he's a professional, Dad.
No, but also he was playing like the rest of us do, still far better than all of us. Like, my dude was still knocking pars and birdies, and I couldn't even dream of getting a par. If I went out and played right now, I'd be shooting for like triple bogey. Like, that would be my good shot of the day.
What was the comment I saw once? Someone was talking about, because it happens all the time for those that don't play golf. If we hook a shot into the woods, or just it goes into the woods, we'll often go into the woods and we'll say, I can see the pin right through these two trees. So I'm going to try to put my ball right through these trees. What the meme was, what makes you think you can put it right between two trees when you're the one that put it in the trees in the first place?
That's actually a perfect example. Cam Smith yesterday put one in the trees and had to go right in between two trees, and he did because he's a professional golfer.
Nailed it.
Me, I would knock it off the tree right back at my dome, be out for about 6 months with like a brain bleed.
Have you ever had that? Scary. When you're in the woods.
Yeah, I don't really mess with that.
You hit the ball, it hits a tree. It comes. I mean, you got to keep your eyes open. You've got to keep your eyes open.
At that point, I probably kicked it back in the fairway. Let's be honest. If you're playing with me, we're not playing like legitimately, because that wouldn't be fair.
Not going to happen.
No. I do like best ball tournaments, mainly because I'm good for a couple good shots.
That's true.
So then your good shot actually matters for something.
Right.
So I like playing best ball.
Or if you have a bad shot, you get to pick your ball up and put it right where the other guy got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Abby says, back to the turning the phone off thing you were mentioning.
Yeah.
Abby said, I don't turn my phone off or silence it. Too much can and has happened. Yeah, I would say just don't, like, if you hear your phone go off for a text, don't look at it. Like, don't wake up and feel the need to look at it. If it's important, it most definitely will be a call.
True.
And 9 times out of 10, it is like a Wordle score or Twitter saying like, hey, did you see this? And it's like, I don't care, Twitter. I literally could care less, man.
Aren't we all so curious, though, nowadays? It's like, if there's a notification, it's like,
Like I did say, though, there is a setting you can put it on. I don't do this personally. I'd have to look up how to do it. But you can put your phone on Do Not Disturb and only allow certain people to get through. So, like, you could put your phone on Do Not Disturb and only let the kids, or even your favorite kids, you know? Like, you could just let Sarah, Doug, and Cap through, and any of my calls, you'd be like, I'll answer it in the
Well,
morning.
you could throw a shoe against the wall. And I hear
That's
you.
true. Yeah. And I haven't done the shoe in the wall. The walls are thin enough I can just yell.
Yeah.
Which I have if there's a spider or something.
What did I read about? We both like the country radio host Bobby Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Bones evidently turned off all of his notifications, and he said he felt much better
While sleeping or all the time?
all the time.
Interesting.
Turned off all of his notifications so that he's no longer all day bothered by ding.
Yeah.
ding.
I would turn off, if anything, I would turn off everything except for texts and calls because, like, you just kind of need to know those things, especially during the day. Charlie just fell. See, that's karma, Charlie. I got to stop sitting like this.
There goes your back.
It's cramped in here. Charlie, like, was ripping not ripping
Come
it,
here.
but he was pulling the cushion up. So it was, like, teetering on the edge, not sitting. And then, so he was on the armrest and he just fell into the crevice because he moved the cushion. That's what karma is, Charlie. That's, it's tough that you had to learn like this. But,
Yep.
Emily says my mom never answers her phone and my dad doesn't even use his. So I always text my brother asking what they're up to and why they didn't answer my call. That's my life, literally. Everyone calls me. Where are our parents? They're downstairs watching TV. Why didn't they answer my call? Because they're old. I don't know what to tell you.
We don't do
And then you guys always say the same thing. My phone never rang. I didn't hear my phone.
That's because
What do you mean? Look, my phone didn't ring.
That's because it didn't.
I don't know if I buy it.
Trish often goes for a walk, and as she's going out the door, she'll say, "I have no keys, no phone." It's like, okay, so
Yeah. Which means don't lock her out.
let's hope the coyotes don't.
Which
come
I've done
across.
from time to time.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
All right. We all set for today?
I think so. I think I actually hit like almost all the chats today, which is like a new record.
Super.
I should get a prize or something.
Okay, I'll make
Burritos tonight.
Hey, no matter what, we hope you go out and make it a great day.
Peace.